Among the standout heroes of the Basketball Hall of Fame, three icons shine with unmatched brilliance on the court. The legendary Golden Era trio, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Michael Jordan. These basketball giants did more than just play the game, they reshaped it, standing tall among the greats. But today, we're taking a time out from their on-court heroics and switching to their off-court spectacle. We're about to plunge into the dazzling, glamorous lives they lead when the game is over and the lights are out. Brace yourself for an electric tour through ritzy parties, flashy cars, and grand mansions so huge you might mistake them for mini cities. The spotlight is on and our legends are ready. Let the grand tour begin. First up, we've got Magic Johnson. Earvin Magic Johnson was no less than a wizard on the basketball court. His list of achievements is longer than a Monday morning. 5 NBA championships, 3 Most Valuable Player awards, and 12 All-Star appearances, just to name a few. It's safe to say that Magic sprinkled a little bit of his spell on every court he graced. Magic didn't just play the game, he danced. He commanded the court with the grace of a ballet dancer and the agility of a panther. His career average of 11.2 assists per game isn't just a stat, it's a testament to the selfless playmaker he was. The man was practically an assist factory, making sure everyone got a piece of the action. In a 1991 interview, Jordan described Magic as the best point guard in the league, period. Jordan even went on to say, when you play against a Magic, you're playing against 5 people, not just one. His biggest career rival, Larry Bird, once said, "When the new ball came out, I hated it. It felt like one of those balls you buy at the toy store, too slick. But Magic could have played with a grapefruit and made it look easy. And there's no bigger testament to Magic's skill than that. From the hardwood on the court to the boardrooms of business, Magic Johnson's touch of magic never faded. But that's a story for another day." Who's next on our list, you ask? None other than Larry Legend. This guy didn't just play basketball, he breathed it, lived it. Bird is the embodiment of dominance with 3 NBA championships, 2 Finals MVP awards, and 3 regular season MVP awards to his name. The man was as unstoppable as a freight train, with a competitive streak wider than the Grand Canyon. Larry Bird didn't just walk onto the court, he strutted onto it with a cockiness that was backed up by sheer skill and determination. He played the game with a sneaky grin and a glint in his eyes and said, "Try and stop me, I dare you." And more often than not, no one could. Magic Johnson, his fiercest rival and close friend, once admitted, "Larry, you only told me one lie. You said there will be another Larry Bird. Larry, there will never ever be another Larry Bird." Meanwhile, Charles Barkley chimed in with, "If I had to choose between Bird or Jordan to take a shot at the end of the game, I'd choose Larry Bird." Sometimes on TNT, Charles doesn't know what he's talking about, but if you've ever watched Larry play, you know that statement is closer to the truth than you might think. And now let's prepare to soar into the stratosphere with the man who defied gravity, Michael Jordan. Are you ready for liftoff? Known as his airness, Jordan transformed the game of basketball, elevating it into something akin to performance art. With a trophy cabinet that could rival any in sports, Jordan bagged 6 NBA championships, 5 MVP awards, and was a 14-time All-Star. But these merely touch the surface of the profound influence Jordan had on the game. The man was a phenomenon, an embodiment of the purest winning mentality. His determination, his talent, and his will to win were nothing short of godlike. Each shot, each pass, each dunk was an assertion of his dominance, a reaffirmation of his status as the greatest to have ever graced the game. Larry Bird famously proclaimed after one of Jordan's stellar performances that was God disguised as Michael Jordan. Magic Johnson lauded Jordan, saying, "There's Michael Jordan, and then there's the rest of us." Statements speak volumes about the reverence he commanded among his peers. Michael Jordan wasn't just a player, he was an era, an icon that transcended the sport. He still looms large over the game, the undisputed GOAT in the eyes of many. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to swap the slam dunks for a little off-court glitz. We're diving into the lives of our 3 legends, starting with Larry. Remember that hoop dreams can lead to some seriously cool digs, and Larry Bird's case is no exception. He once had this jaw-dropping mansion in Naples, Florida. Picture this, a whopping 6,000 square feet of pure luxury with a custom-built infinity pool, because let's face it, swimming in a regular pool just doesn't cut it when you're an NBA legend. Oh, and it had a home theater too, just the spot for watching reruns of those classic Celtics games, right? He put that beauty up for sale back in 2018, asking a cool $4.6 million. Quite the nest for this bird, huh? Now you might think with all this fame and fortune, Bird would be all about the flashy lifestyle, but nope, our Larry is a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy. Sure, he might have hit the big time, but he's still just a down-to-earth guy from French Lick. As for cars, boats, and jets, well, Larry's been pretty private about his possessions. Despite all his success and wealth, Bird has never lost sight of his roots. He once said, "I can't buy $60,000 cars when our house growing up was worth $10,000. This quote perfectly captures why Bird, despite being an NBA megastar, steered clear of flashy luxury purchases. It's not that he couldn't afford them, it's just that he's always valued substance over style. But let's be real, he's probably not driving around in a beat-up pickup truck. Though knowing Bird's humble style, who knows, he just might be. Magic Johnson, on the other hand, is a man who embraced his NBA superstardom and wasn't shy about enjoying the finer things in life. Picture this, Magic Johnson chilling in a mind-boggling Beverly Hills mansion complete with a full-size basketball court because, well, practice makes perfect, right? This luxurious pad is reported to have been worth a whopping $14.5 million. Talk about living large. Now let's zoom into Magic Johnson's garage, or as I like to call it, the luxury car heaven. We're talking vehicles that cost more than a fancy house, folks. Bentleys that start around $250,000. You know, just enough to buy a small island. Then there are the Rolls Royces, each coming with a jaw-dropping price tag of around $500,000. That's enough to make anyone dribble, and not in the basketball sense. Boats? Check. Jets? You bet. Magic Johnson doesn't just settle for the regular means of transportation. Magic Johnson has an extraordinary super yacht, Aquila. This floating masterpiece is a sight to behold, with a reported price tag of a staggering $138 million. The Aquila is a true symbol of opulence and luxury, offering every imaginable comfort and amenity for an unforgettable cruising experience. His extravagant lifestyle includes owning a Gulfstream 3 private jet, which comes with a hefty price tag of around $40 million. With a jet like that, he can soar above the clouds and travel to his heart's desire. Alright folks, we've glimpsed into Larry and Magic's lives. Now brace yourselves because we're going to rise to the heights of luxury. Welcome to Michael Jordan's world. Imagine a serene lakeside getaway in North Carolina snatched up by MJ for $2.8 million. This peaceful sanctuary, worth a cool $4.8 million now, seems perfect for a basketball deity seeking some tranquility, doesn't it? Now let's teleport to a gigantic mansion near Chicago. This place isn't just huge, it's practically its a zip code, boasting 9 rooms, a wine cellar, a gym, and not one but 2 basketball courts. Oh, and by the way, he initially listed it for sale at a whopping $29 million. But MJ's splurging doesn't stop at real estate. He's got a car collection that could make any automobile aficionado drool, from a modest $30,000 Corvette C4 to a mind-boggling $1.9 million Bugatti Veyron. The man knows how to ride in style. Just when you thought we'd hit peak luxury, we head out to sea. Meet Catch 23, Jordan's $8 million sport fishing yacht. And let's not forget Joy, a $90 million yacht that could probably outrace a torpedo. You've seen him rule the court, you've seen him sail the seas, but have you seen him soar the skies? MJ doesn't just fly, he glides through the sky in his very own $60 million Gulfstream G550 private jet. It seems only fitting, doesn't it? The man who spent his career flying toward basketball hoops now zooms around in the ultimate symbol of luxury. Now let's shift gears to Larry Bird. Known for his deadly accuracy on the basketball court, Larry's off-court endeavors reveal a sharp eye for business too, with a successful NBA career bagging him a cool $24,070,000. Larry also dipped his toes in the lucrative pool of endorsements. One notable partnership was with the Heinz Corporation, adding a healthy dollop of ketchup to his earnings. With savvy investments and strategic business moves, Larry's net worth has soared to an impressive $80 million. For Larry, success is more than just hoops and hardwood. It's about netting victories in the game of life as well. Now let's talk Magic. In the 90s, after his basketball days, Magic saw a chance to sprinkle some stardust on urban America. He teamed up with big shots like Sony Pictures to open Magic Johnson theaters, turning movie nights into slam dunk experiences. And oh, here's a fun fact, Magic was the only Starbucks franchise ever. He bought 125 stores faster than he used to steal balls, and later sold them off, making a neat profit. This man knows his coffee beans as well as his basketballs. His business ventures, from 24-hour fitness to TGI Fridays and AMC theaters, have bumped his net worth up to a jaw-dropping $620 million. Seems like Magic's playbook doesn't just include basketball tricks, but also some nifty business flips. Switching to Michael Jordan, the king of the court, his empire extends way beyond basketball. MJ's winning streak continues in the business world with strategic investments in the Charlotte Hornets, a NASCAR team, and even the Miami Marlins. He's got his fingers in various business pies, owning everything from fancy restaurants to golf courses and car dealerships. Major brands like Nike, Coca-Cola, and McDonald's have paid big bucks for his endorsement, adding to his staggering wealth. The cherry on top is Air Jordan's sneakers, raking in a cool $3 billion annually. Thanks to these ventures, MJ slam dunked his way to being the NBA's first billionaire player. With a net worth of $2.0 billion and an annual income of $145 million in 2023, it's safe to say MJ's game is strong, both on and off the court. While Magic sprinkled success onto urban America, Larry showed his knack for strategic moves off the court. Yet when it comes to basketball supremacy, it seems Mike still has the edge. Now it's time to hear from you in the comments below. Who's your MVP in life's game? Is it one of these three legendary icons or another player who holds a special place in your heart? But if you ask us, the true MVPs are all of you. Stay safe, stay amazing, and until we meet again, continue to shine brightly in your own unique way.